Man, another episode of Coffee and the Codebook on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Today we're going to talk about access to appliances in attics and crawl spaces. I just recently ran into this situation on a home just within the last week, but I just want to, it's kind of a one you don't pop up on very often, but it is good to be aware of. So this one obviously states that crawl space access, but we can get the general idea and the general picture when it comes to accessing an appliance in a crawl space. So if you have a access point, it needs to be 20 inches by 30 inches minimum access size opening, all right? And then the space or the decking, the flooring to the appliance needs to be 24 inches wide in the attic. And then if it needs to be as well, less than or equal to 20 feet from the attic access opening, okay? Now, let's say that appliance is longer, the decking and the passageway is longer than 20 feet, then you need to have 6 feet of unobstructed head space. So you can basically walk to the appliance unobstructed without your head being hit. There also needs to be a service switch for a light fixture at the appliance too, right? That light should also have a cover over it or some sort of protective cage if it's possibly in a way of someone hitting their head on it. Those are all items to be looking for. The reason I kind of bring this up is, make sure all the decking that supplies that access to the appliance in the attic too is well constructed. Make sure it's screwed down and secured. Sometimes you run into those where they're not even screwed down, they're just laid over the ceiling joist. And then as well, when you're getting up in the attic, make sure you don't have to step back over the opening to get to the decking or the material in the attic. Sometimes, builders or those individuals will drop the decking not in front of where you can crawl from the ladder directly into the attic. You have to step back over the opening. So a few things to just keep in mind there in the attic. Crawl spaces, very similar as well. Obviously not necessarily decking to be required for the crawl space, but we'd like to see the moisture barriers and all these other things to kind of protect that unit down there too. But without further ado, enjoy your cup of coffee as we get through this beautiful Tuesday morning here on a fall Texas day.